At a creature effects workshop in Hollywood, California, something has escaped. This animatronic abomination is a danger to anyone in its path. The only way to stop it wreaking havoc in the city, to distract it with movie news, discussion, and reviews. Moviesaurus Rex!
Hello and welcome to the Moviesaurus Rex Podcast with your hosts, Hooch
and Tom.
And Tom. Today it is our Christmas episode.
Because it's, what is it? It's the 21st?
Yeah, almost Christmas.
4 more sleeps.
This is, well, it depends if you sleep during the day or not, you know. Some people might have a nap.
If you're that lucky.
Some people like me don't even sleep in the evening sometimes, you know, just stay awake, if anything.
You do actually. You text me at fucking... Well, you tag me in, like, in Facebook. You tag stuff me in... I can't.
Oh, I tag you in stuff.
You tag me in stuff on Facebook, and I'm like, I'll get up for work at about 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I see that you've tagged me something 3 hours ago.
Yeah?
What the fuck are you doing up at, like,
because
3 a.m?
Because typically I work in the evening, you see. So okay. I go to bed late, so I wake up late, so I'm more refreshed for the later shift in the day. I don't want to be too tired before I even got to work.
Yeah,
you see?
I suppose.
It makes sense to me. I don't think about you though, like waking you up and shit with
Oh
notifications.
no, I don't get well. You don't wake up.
That's right. Then stop complaining. Then stop complaining.
Just question it.
Well, don't. But yeah.
Update on something.
Go on.
I accidentally pulled my pube in half, so I've got.
No, wait, hang on. This means you still had it when we talked about it. I thought you got rid of it as soon as you saw it.
No,
I didn't realise you were sat at the table, like talking about this.
And it was
long
still
thing,
there.
And
it was still growing millimetre by millimetre. I was playing with it.
Probably had split ends.
Yeah. Fucking hell, it had more than that.
So you split it in half?
Yeah, accidentally. I was playing with it, pulled it in half, and it snapped. So, just thought I'd update you on that.
Bruce is going to love this.
Still got
to it.
Still got the rest of it though. The whole bush is there. Oh. And I've got another thing growing on my body. I told you about it when I came in, didn't I?
You alluded to it, and I said save it for the show.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Pump lump.
What do you mean, pump lump?
It
sounds like a biker's condition.
Sounds like something my girlfriend gave me. No, it's so you wear, like, I walk around a lot at work. I walk to clients. I'm in London. I sometimes think, fuck it, I don't want to sit on a train with sweaty other smelly people.
That's a fair point.
Why not walk? I walk back from my main client, go back to the office, about half an hour walk.
Tom's an escort, by the way.
Yeah. Clients. You should see my clients. Yeah, so I've got bad shoes basically. So they're hard on the back. I'll show it to you. I'll get it out. One second. Let me get my sock off.
You mean you've got the wrong size of fucking shoe?
No. My shoes are the right size, but fuck, me socks are stiff. It's probably not open either.
While he's doing this, by the way, just so you know, this is going to be a shorter episode than normal because one, we ain't got time to do a longer one.
It's just an update on my pubes and body growths. We ain't talking about films today.
And two, we just thought it'd be nice to get a nice little episode out for you for like Christmas Eve or whatever.
Yeah, look, see that?
Oh, what is that?
It's a pump lump, mate. Look,
so
let me stand
what
up.
is it? Pus? Is it pus in there?
It's
Tom's got a big bump on his heel, basically.
See that? It's
yeah, it looks disgusting.
What it is it's so you wear bad shoes. They're hard on the back and they sort of rub,
right?
And it's like a part of your foot, like inflaming or some shit. I don't know, something between your bone and skin.
It's a blister.
No,
mate.
It's solid. Touch it, mate.
I don't want to touch it.
Just touch it.
I'm alright.
Alright, well, it's rock hard. It's rock hard. It feels like bone.
Okay.
But you basically got to get rid of it by just wearing like normal shoes, like trainers and stuff.
Not being a cunt.
Yeah. Well, I've got to wear smart shoes at work, so what the fuck?
Just wear comfortable, smart shoes.
Right.
I'm sure they exist. I'm sure you can get some sort of insert that goes between your heel and your shoe, you know?
Official name is like Hagrid's deformity. Something like that. That's its official term, but pump lump sounds way more funnier, doesn't it? Yeah, lads.
It sounds
Look what Lauren gave me last night. She gave me a bit old pump lump. Sex. Anyway, let's do some actual talking of stuff.
Yeah, so today...
I'm sick of talking about me.
We're going to... Sick of hearing about you.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about Christmas films, very briefly. Then we're going to talk about Rogue One, a Star Wars story at the end.
Because we seen it.
We're going to do a proper full-length episode on Rogue One in the new year at some point. But we thought it'd be nice to just sort of have a little initial thoughts.
Mild
for this
spoilers
episode.
though, right? Mild spoilers.
Well, I'll tell you when it's spoilers, so don't worry, you don't have to skip anything until I say.
We've got a klaxon.
We're going to save it all to the very end, so you can just skip the rest of the episode when we get to spoiler territory. All right? So sit back, relax. Tom, What are your go-to Christmas films?
Okay, it's normally Elf and Santa Claus. That's it. And then maybe I'll throw a bit of Die Hard in there.
Which Santa Claus? Is it like
the Tim Allen one?
The Tim Allen one.
Yeah.
See, there's another film called Santa Claus the movie, and it's like well old, and it's got like John Lithgow in it.
Oh, okay.
And it's...
Nah, I've not seen that one.
No, it's quite old-fashioned. It's a nice film.
I don't tend to watch Christmas films though.
What at all?
Ironically, we've just recorded our RoboCop episode.
Yeah.
RoboCop 3 is set in Christmas time.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's some Christmas trees in there, and there's like some shit going on. Yeah. So that's definitely not a go-to Christmas film. By the way, shouldn't be a go-to film in any instance.
By the way, you can listen to the RoboCop episode on our Patreon account for Patreon supporters.
Intertwining.
Yeah, I didn't even plan it.
No.
Mate. I just thought about it.
Yeah.
So go to patreon.com/Moviesaurus Rex Podcast and you can become a patron.
And hear our thoughts on RoboCop.
Yeah. That's it. That's our promotion out of the way. Right.
So I have usually Elf and the Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Die Hard is a classic, obviously. But it's not a go-to.
Okay.
But I will watch it.
Yeah.
Elf, I actually watched a couple of weekends ago.
I watched it last week.
I fell asleep. It's
High five for falling asleep during Elf, even though we love it.
it's a great film, and obviously, like, Will Ferrell's hilarious. The whole thing is great.
Do you feel like you've seen it so many times now? It doesn't even matter if you miss a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also that I've seen it enough that if I fall asleep, it's that bit. Yeah, all right, good.
You
He's
know
doing his funny stuff.
You know what it is?
I'm over it now. I'm a little bit over it.
I think once it gets to the bit where he starts dating the girl, it's not as funny, and it just becomes a bit more serious, and then Santa's late, and then they have to do the singing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I sort of switch off after then. All the build-up to that point is hilarious.
Yeah,
like, it's so
about
good.
And stuff.
The sort of fish out of water story. I love it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is my go-to. Like, I don't watch it every year.
No.
But I don't need to. Like, just knowing that Elf exists is enough for me some Christmases. Die Hard, I've only seen it a couple of times.
I've not actually watched it. I said to you that I watched it, but my plan was when I texted you that I was going to watch it that night, and I never got round to it. My brother's watched it. He wants to watch it again with me. He keeps saying, let's watch it. But I ain't actually got round to it. It's a great film.
Oh, I remember enjoying it. I prefer Die Hard with a Vengeance. But that's only because I've got...
Number 3.
Yeah, third one.
That's interesting.
With Sam Jackson. I don't know why. I've only seen it once in my life. I was probably about 7. Just left an impact on me. I just remember it being really cool. Jeremy Irons.
Yeah. That is a good... I mean, I like it. I think a lot of people said it was probably the worst one, but... Well, not...
Probably is. It probably is.
The original 3.
It's just my memory of it being a lot better than all the others. But yeah. Sorry, I butted in again. I keep doing that to you. Die Hard, that's like the go-to alternative Christmas film.
Exactly, yeah.
What I watched the other day, another great alternative Christmas film, Krampus.
Oh, shit, I watched that.
You've seen it finally?
Yeah, did I tell you? I watched
I don't remember, but yeah.
Yeah. It was actually alright.
It's good, isn't it?
Krampus is quite creepy.
It's fucking creepy.
And you know the fucking when it's like starting to go down and they don't know what's happening. All the snowmen outside the front of the house, they keep getting more and more. They were like really like horrible.
Menacing, yeah.
Like the sticks and they're all like drooping. Yeah, they're really horrible.
I thought there were creatures in them and they were waiting to get closer to the house and then they were going to like burst out the snowmen or something like that. Obviously it didn't happen, but like
I mean it had its creepy angle, but then it also had the comical, not so serious like the fucking, I don't know, the gingerbread men, and then that big...
Yeah.
What was that thing that swallowed that child?
It's like a Jack in the Box, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah, but he's massive, isn't he? And he's like...
The teddy bear, the angel.
Yeah. It's fucking mental. I think it's worth watching, actually, just as an alternate Christmas film.
Don't you feel like it feels like Gremlins?
Yeah.
In terms of how, like, the sort of comedy, horror balance that it's got going.
But it also felt like it was... Obviously, it's an anti-Christmas film, but it had the staples of a Christmas film. It's got like the two families coming together for the holidays. They don't get on. It's like the normal like family drama.
It's basically, no, you haven't seen it, Tom, but National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation meets Gremlins. That's the pitch. That's what the film is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. Like, watched it last year when it came out. Went to cinema to see that. Yeah. Don't go see films like that at the cinema, but I'm glad I did. Watched it again last week. I think it's going to become one of my regular alternative Christmas films, you know?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind watching it again. It had its moments. Krampus, like I said, he was creepy. Like the whole droopy... I didn't realise that he looked like St. Nicholas.
Yeah.
Which I thought was quite cool.
I knew nothing before.
I mean, he had the hooves and the horns,
and
I thought it was just like a goat man, but he actually had the face of Santa Claus, but all sort of long and droopy. Yeah, no, it was a good film. I watched it with Lauren. We both sort of chuckled. So it was alright.
Not going to spoil it for you in case you haven't seen it, but I was quite shocked at the ending, the way it ended.
Oh yeah, I just told you I've seen it.
No, I'm talking about the listener, sorry.
Oh.
In case the listener hasn't
Why are you
seen
looking at me when
it.
you say that?
I don't know, I've got to look at something. Yeah, I was quite shocked at how it ended. I'm not going to say how it ended, but do you agree?
Yeah.
I didn't really see it coming.
No.
Because it sort of like throws you off that at one point, and you think, and then it ends the way it does, and I was like, oh Jesus. Yeah, they didn't hold back.
No, they are stuck.
Yeah. What'd you say?
They are stuck.
They are stuck.
That's kind of vague and says enough to not spoil, I think. Fuck it. I'll spoil it. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Muppet Christmas Carol, that's a good one for me.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it, but I don't actually watch... I don't have that sort of nostalgia for it. I think that's one of those kid films you watch growing up and stick with it. Same with like Nightmare Before Christmas. I've been meaning to watch that because my sister loves it, my girlfriend loves it.
You never seen it?
No, I've seen bits of it, but she watches it at like Halloween and then she'll watch it at Christmas.
It's too much.
And I've just not got around to it. I just don't know.
I watch it every now and then. I do love it, like, but it's not like a go-to Christmas for me.
No.
No,
Is it more Halloween for you then?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of set in both, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, it's basically they live in Halloween world or land, and there's like these doors that go to like different celebrations. So you've got Easter door, Christmas door, all the rest of it. Yeah. Jack Skellington, the main character, goes through the Christmas door, and he finds Christmas world. And he's like, this is amazing, because he's never seen Christmas before. He doesn't understand the concept of it. So he brings elements of Christmas world back to Halloween world and tries to make it more Christmassy. Mm-hmm. And it's about how Halloween and Christmas are like at odds with each other, and they really don't go together. And maybe these sort of celebrations are best left to their own separate times and places. You see? Yeah, I don't know. It's more of a Halloween film for me. Yeah. Like,
I think that's what it is for people. It's either one they watch at Halloween or at Christmas.
Watch it at Halloween. And then it gets you excited for Christmas.
Yeah, it's a good show.
See?
It's a good show.
That's definitive now. Yeah. That's how you watch Nightmare Before Christmas.
You heard?
Exactly.
Dumb fucks.
Let's do you feel like... Actually, no. Forget what I've just said.
Rewind.
Right. That's our Christmas film sorted. Have you got any more that you want to throw in?
No, because to be honest, I don't watch many Christmas films. I just watch normal films. Like, I don't need to watch a film to get in the mood. Mm-hmm. Maybe like when I actually finish work and stuff and I've got a few days off, I'll probably put some on or watch them on TV. But literally the two I've mentioned are my go-tos.
Have you ever seen Jingle All the Way?
Oh yeah, but that's one that I would watch on TV. I don't own it and I don't think I would want to buy it and put it in myself. If it's on, for sure I'm watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not one that I'm going to...
It is one that you can only really watch at Christmas. It's not an arty film that you can just crack out in the summer or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's probably one of those ones that I've got to be in the right mood for. Yeah. But I'll put it on every now and then. Same with The Grinch. Like, I'll watch that every now and then. It's not every year, but I enjoy it when I watch it. Yeah. You know? Right, so we got some questions from your favourite podcast, A Beardo and a Weirdo Talk Film.
It should be your favourite podcast, other than ours.
This is going to become a running joke now, right? That you're just like secretly a little bit jealous.
Secret beef.
For whatever reason. I don't even know why. I don't even know why you don't like them.
No, that's all right.
You do like them. You listened to them and you said they were quite good.
Yeah.
So.
Only quite good, though. I'm joking.
You actually said they're fucking brilliant, but never mind. Right. So, who wins in a fight between the Grinch and Buddy the Elf? Got to really think about that one.
That is a pretty hard one. I think that the Grinch would probably win because Elf is not the type of fighting elf. I mean, there's certain elves that I can imagine getting down and
Legolas.
Cracking skulls.
Yeah.
Buddy ain't that sort of guy, is he?
I think the Grinch is quite resourceful. He can invent stuff, so he'll probably invent a machine that can fight for him. Buddy the Elf, on the other hand, is good at throwing snowballs.
He's got that, but what else can he do? He can't make toys. So he can't make, therefore, a weapon.
He can make toys, he just makes them really slow. Not as fast as a normal elf, you see.
I just feel he's too much of a... No, you wouldn't want him on your side.
No. He's the last kid to get picked for PE, isn't he, really?
Yeah, definitely.
For sides and
football. Grinch's got that. Grinch's got that down.
That's sorted. Grinch would win. That's in the book. Earliest Christmas film memory?
I can remember what film I saw in the Christmas period at the cinema.
Go on.
and it was 101 Dalmatians.
Right.
And when we came out of the cinema, it was all snowy, which was nice.
I would say that is a Christmas film because I think it's set at Christmas. Because it's snowy in the film, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
When they're in the barn and that, at the end. You're talking about the live-action version?
Nah.
Oh, you're talking about the Disney one?
I'm sure it was the cartoon.
The cartoon one.
I'm sure it was the cartoon.
We've had this discussion before. I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember listening to this very discussion on the podcast when I was editing it before.
Do you listen to them after we record them? I don't.
I have to do something to cut out your drivel sometimes, don't I? We've had this very discussion, and I'm sure our most loyal listeners will be able to say, yes, you did.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we did. I'm going to change the question from earliest to most memorable Christmas film memory. Most memorable Christmas film memory.
That's hard. Because
I'll start off if you want.
Yeah, you lead. I'll steal your idea.
Biggest Christmas film memory. It's not a Christmas film, a bit like
101
Dalmatians. No, it's just went Christmas Eve to the cinema to go see Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone when I was like 11.
Poor child.
No, at the time I was lapping it up, mate.
Ugh.
And I haven't felt as like warm and happy inside watching a film at Christmas since then until I watched Force Awakens last year.
Right, okay.
That's when I felt that same wonder as a child sort of feeling, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, if we're doing it as not a Christmas films, then
do what you want. As long as it's
it'd be Jurassic
Christmas.
Park on ITV.
Okay. That's always on.
They
every
always
year.
had it, yeah.
Every year.
And it was at a time when I don't think, like when I was growing up, like obviously it was on and I recorded it on VHS. But although I had it recorded and it was on a tape somewhere and I could watch it whenever I wanted, it would always be on at Christmas. And I always used to like remember the Christmas adverts and stuff that were like, oh, Jurassic Park's on, 6 o'clock, I'm going to watch that. I think it was always on.
It is always on.
Yeah.
It still is.
I remember the recording as well. And this always captured this film in my mind to be like, I'm watching that. I need to ask mum and dad for permission because it's an 18. But there was like...
Your mum and dad lets you watch 18s now?
Well, no. Shush.
I'm
supposed to be home for bed.
I'm telling, mate.
No. It was, so we, like in between the Jurassic Park, you'd have like ITV, like Christmas adverts, you know, like the little in-betweens. And it's like, and they were showing Predator. Oh. And I was like, oh, what the fuck's that? That's cool as shit. And there's a bit that I always remember, like, stands out when Arnold Schwarzenegger sprays the gun. Yeah. And there's like bullet holes on the tree. I was like, oh, that looks fucking sick. Like, there's real bullets coming out of his gun. And he's big and scary and there's a Predator. I was like, what's this? It looks amazing. So I always used to watch the adverts as well on the recorded version of my Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Because I could see little glimpses. I think it was also like Silence of the Lambs and shit. That's like cool. That.
Like
so it's just little things like that. That's probably my favourite. That's probably my most memorable Christmas sort of things.
Nice.
They're not Christmas films at all.
Incidentally, we have a Jurassic Park episode of the podcast that we've never released. We recorded it. It was like the third episode that we'd ever done.
Forgot we even made that one.
And I still haven't edited it or put it out. So I think that's one for when Jurassic World 2 or whatever it's called is coming out, I think. Just release that.
Do it.
As a little throwback. But yeah, let's move on.
Cool. Thanks for the questions, Beardo and Weirdo.
Thank you. We're going to move on from Christmas films to the film of Christmas this year. Star Wars. No, fuck it. Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Or, if you're in French, Rouge One. Because I saw it in Paris.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So Disneyland Paris in the IMAX cinema. Lovely. I want to talk about the Dunkirk thing as well, actually.
All right.
Because that was fucking cool, man.
Let's do that now.
Yeah,
right?
Dunkirk. All right.
So, rewind. We're going to talk about Dunkirk, and then we're going to talk about Rogue One. So don't worry about spoilers and shit yet.
So we've all probably seen the trailer of Dunkirk. We're all probably excited because... Are you? You're not.
I'm so.
Okay, cool.
But
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Tell me why.
I mean, cinematography wise, I think it looks pretty amazing.
Who's done this one?
Hoytema.
Oh, the guy.
So the guy did Interstellar and one of his other ones.
Didn't do Sicario.
Sicario. No. Was it?
I think it was.
No, it was that other fella that I like.
Oh, he did Spectre, didn't he?
Yeah, Spectre. He did the original Danish version. The girl, not the girl with the dragon tattoo, the vampire one. Let the Right One In. He did Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. So he's a fucking great cinematographer.
Some great looking films.
Yeah, but the whole scene, like it had, in the trailer, it's got the tick, 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 like running through it.
Yeah.
This whole sort of segment had that as well, and it cuts between.
Oh wait, It wasn't a trailer you saw. It was
No,
an
it
actual
was
part
a
of the film for the IMAX
It was
show.
the IMAX. Yeah, they always preview it, don't they?
Sorry, keep going.
So they've got that like the ticking sort of clock, which fucking ramps up as the sort of scene progresses.
Right.
But it cuts between the guys on the boat that are like bringing over like life jackets for the people that are stuck on the beach or whatever it is. I don't quite know what happened with Dunkirk.
I don't know the history, but yeah.
No, but it's got that, and then it's got Tom Hardy up in the sky in his Spitfire, and that looks amazing. Like there's actual like the aerial photography they've got. I can't work out if it was CGI planes or if they had real fucking planes flying.
Yeah.
It was cool though.
Yeah.
And it's got Tom Hardy like he's following a German plane who's on the tail of one of his mates.
Is he not? He's not German in it though.
No.
I thought he was going to be like the villain.
No, he's like a proper Jerry. He's like he's got a voice on again. He's doing a voice. And he's like put him in your sights.
Stop,
matey.
it, Tom.
Like he's doing a voice. Like I don't know when he's going to do a film and just play his voice. Just do it, yeah. But it's not going to be this one. But the whole scene, it's just the clock thing in the background. It just really makes it super exciting. Obviously, that could just be a trailer thing. I don't know if it's going to be in the film. But it ends with the roaring plane noise and all the guys looking up, and then it just went, Dunkirk.
Oh.
And it was really good. Like, if you could find it online or something to try and watch it, I'd definitely watch it because it was really exciting, and I'm pumped for that film.
So you've seen the trailer as well, I'm guessing.
Seen the trailer, yeah. Seen that.
See, I'm like, I want a good war film.
I think this could be it, man. This could be the new Saving Private Ryan. For me, anyway. I think it's going to be.
I'm not down on it. I don't think it looks terrible or anything like that. I think it looks good, but I'm not excited about it. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing in that trailer that's made me go, apart from the cast.
It's not even Harry Styles.
Well, apart from Harry Styles.
I mean, I've seen your poster of Harry Styles up in your room, mate.
Life size as well. Like, there's nothing about it that's made me go, yes, Dunkirk, I'm pumped, you know? I'm like, oh, Kenneth Branagh's good. Oh, that person's good. That person's good.
Mark Rylance in it.
Mark Rylance is in it.
Yeah.
He's doing the same voice as he did in BFG. That looks good. And then, you know, there's good elements, but the trailer, made me look... You know what looked good to me? The poster. The poster looks epic. And I thought... I saw the poster before the trailer, so I was like... Oh, if the film looks like that poster, but it doesn't, it's nowhere near as like grand as that poster suggests. But maybe it is, and they haven't shown it in the trailer. You know, I'll go see it because Chris Nolan, there's a seal of quality on there, apart from Dark Knight Rises. But we'll talk about that another day. But you know,
do we have to?
I liked most of his films, and like I say, I want a good war epic, and I feel like this has got as good a chance as anything.
I think
really.
so. I think so. I'm excited.
Okay.
But let's talk about the main...
Right. From one war...
to another war film.
From a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Rogue One, A Star Wars Story. This is spoiler-free at this moment.
Until we say...
Fucking
spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. So don't skip yet. Initial thoughts.
Loved it.
You loved it.
Thought it was better than Force Awakens.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's a hard thing to say.
Well, no, because you like Force Awakens.
I really like Force Awakens. Yeah, it's fucking awesome. But... for a Star Wars film to be just as good, if not better, for me, better, without really any lightsaber battles and the generic sort of Star Wars stuff, it's fucking awesome. I loved it.
I loved it too. And that's about as much as we can say about getting into spoilers.
Fucking spoilers now. So
spoilers. If you haven't seen Rogue One: A Star Wars Story,
off.
You don't want to listen to this bit. Again, if you want to like have a more in-depth conversation, we're going to do a full episode on it later
when you've all seen it.
Yeah, next in 2017. Okay, and we're going to watch it again. I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to.
I'm going to try and see it again.
Maybe we'll go see it together. And then we'll talk about it in depth then. But this is just sort of like brief summary, right? Yeah. But spoilers. Okay, let's go. What's your favourite part about Rogue One?
It was Donnie Yen, his first fight scene. I thought it was fucking insane. Like, normally you're used to seeing a stormtrooper just get hit with a lightsaber, get hit with a bullet, he goes down, he falls down. This one, you actually felt the impact. Like his little stick that he had, he smashed him in the face and their visors sort of cracked. You could see when they were getting shot, you know, the other Asian fella with his fucking awesome machine gun. Yeah. When the door came down and they all rushed and he just shot them all. The bullets actually felt like they hit the stormtroopers, like their heads recoiled, and they. It was fucking awesome.
Didn't Donnie Yen grab one of the stormtroopers and used him as a human shield at one point? That was like,
and like the stormtrooper was properly like being hit and shit.
It was like RoboCop.
Yeah.
Like for Star Wars, it was like
yeah. That was amazing. But then the whole like Battle of Scarif. Scarif. That was good.
Scarif.
And how it basically, what I imagine is pretty much comes straight to the start of New Hope. If not like, I don't know, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Literally 2 minutes before.
And I did just mention there was no lightsabers. Obviously a bit of a lie, but...
Yeah, there was no lightsaber fights.
No lightsaber fights.
No lightsaber and lightsaber contact.
No touching swords.
But
we saw some lightsaber action.
You saw lightsaber on Rebel action.
With the old Darth.
Didn't expect it to be quite as visceral as it was. Like, I heard rumours that there was this bit where Darth Vader fucks up a load of rebels, but seeing it, the way it was done, the execution of it, alright, I'll hold my hands up and say, the last year or so, we've been going with the rumours that have been coming from behind the scenes that, Gareth Edwards...
You were shitting on it.
I was shitting on it. I'll say I was shitting on it.
You shat on it.
Look,
like Tom just shat on your chair.
We still don't know the full story. We don't know what the reshoots exactly were. For all we know, Gareth Edwards might have been kicked off it in the editing process. He might not have done the reshoots, but the fact is, the finished film that we got is great. Yeah. In our opinion, anyway. A lot of people have been down on it.
Well, no, I've seen mainly positive. I haven't really seen many downs.
In my circle of other podcast people that do film podcasts, they've been pretty down on it.
Okay,
but. This is our opinion, right? And we love it. Yeah. But they're all like trapped with the plans in a corridor. The lights go off, and you just hear the fucking mask. It's like, and then that moment, I was like, oh, they're gonna cut away and we're not gonna see anything. Yeah. Oh no, he just fucking tears through them, and he's like force lifting them up into the ceiling. And the guy's got the plans. He's like, someone help us! And it's like, take the plan, I'll take the plan. And I thought Princess Leia was going to like take him off him, but like, it's sort of like it was like a relay run, like they were passing the baton, like before they all died. It was like just the most epic way of like, it was tension building, even though you knew it was going to be all right at the end because they get the plans for A New Hope. But like what a great way to do it.
Definitely,
I liked. Apart from that, I liked the reveal. He's like got his castle on Mustafar. Like the planet where he got all burnt up,
and you see vaguely his sort of naked body.
He's in the Bacta tank.
Yeah,
what
tank?
Bacta tank.
Is that what they're called?
It's like a medical soothing sort of thing. You see it in like I think Empire Strikes Back. Luke gets put in one when he's like frozen
Finn
up
gets
and
put
shit.
in one.
Yeah, exactly. So like they're like a Star Wars thing, and like he's being surrounded by Imperial guards because obviously he's important to the Emperor. So. He's being sort of like that's his most vulnerable, so they'll sort of like wake him up or make sure he's safe and stuff. And then Orson Krennic, another great villain to add to the roster.
Really Ben Mendelsohn.
I was gutted that my favourite line in the trailer wasn't in the film. The bit where Orson Krennic or Ben Mendelsohn's like, "The power that we are dealing with here is immeasurable." That's not in the film.
No.
And that's like the line I wanted to hear in the film.
I watched a video of all the shit that was in the trailer that wasn't, and it's a lot. And there's a lot of cool shit, man. You know the scene in the trailer when they're running on the beach towards the beach?
It's not in there.
It's not in there. Shit, man, that's fucking awesome. And then the bit where she's like, oh, we are the rebellion or something.
Yeah.
And that's shot when she's standing sort of silhouetted and all the lights on the ship
That's not on there.
That's a really cool shot, that.
The bit where she's on the bridge and the TIE fighter just shows up, that's not on there. We could go in... We'll go in depth like in the full episode, but
that was a lot of cool shit that was missed out. I want to talk about the CGI characters.
Okay, this is my biggest peeve.
Do you know what I read earlier on?
Yeah.
Someone described this as the Jar Jar Binks of Rogue One.
Oh, that's harsh.
So what I'm talking about is Tarkin
and Leia.
And then a little bit of Leia. Now the Leia is the one where I've got the most problem with.
So we're opposite on this. I don't mind the Leia because it's brief. And she doesn't...
But my issue with Leia is it would have been way more effective if they had just like... Because it starts... She's not facing the camera and you're like, that's fucking Leia. Cool. Are we going to see her? Yeah. Yes. We saw her face. And I know she only had one line, but I thought that would have been way more effective if it was like her side profile. Yeah. You know, like that normal like iconic image of her bending down talking to R2-D2. If they had something in that same sort of vein... Mm-hmm. Didn't see her face, and you know that she's got the plans, and she says her hope line or whatever.
Yeah,
I've been like, oh yes, but then she turns to the camera and she's like,
you know what it is?
I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it.
You know what it is? They think people are stupid, and if you just allude to her being Princess Leia rather than showing her being Princess Leia, they think a lot of people aren't going to get what that was all about, and they want people to watch the film with that very last line in mind and be able to tell all their friends, oh my god, they brought Princess Leia back. So then all their friends go and watch Rogue One to see Princess Leia in it, you see?
Yeah.
So I can see why they've done it, but yeah, you're right. It could have been done a lot better.
Yeah.
But I wasn't down on that part of it. I thought that was fine. It was the Tarkin stuff that bothered me. It just looked so. All right. I don't know how good they could have done it. Well, this is the thing. I feel like it could have been done better.
This article that I read that this guy described it as the Jar Jar Binks of Rogue One. It's not the fact that it's a terrible character. It's more the fact that
it's just the CGI. It's not going to hold up. In 10 years' time, it's not going to look good.
But I mean, it's as good as it can get right now, and I think it is.
I don't know. Do you think it is?
I think it's a good CGI. I think it was good. But I also agree that it does take you out of the film.
Yeah.
They dedicated quite a lot of scenes to him interacting with other live action characters, and that doesn't help. You know, when you first see him,
he's in the window.
He's a reflection, isn't it? I think
that would have been fine.
But then obviously he's a massive character, and they couldn't ignore that Tarkin existed, because suddenly if you're watching it in order, Rogue One was the first ever one, say, where the fuck does this Tarkin guy come from? They had to have him. Yeah. But they did dedicate a lot of screen time to him, and maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. It was definitely a gamble, and I think it paid off a little bit.
I like what they did with it. Like, they sort of show how he backstabbed the person below him.
Fucking nuked him.
Took control.
Used his own weapon on him.
Yeah.
That was pretty savage, the end, didn't it?
Took control of the station so that, someone even said, like, in A New Hope, there's like a table where all the governors are like sat and Darth Vader enters the room. There's even like an empty chair, and some people are like, that's where Orson Krennic used to sit, but he's dead now, so he's not in the chair.
Cool, I like that.
That's cool.
What do you think about the ending? Like the fact that they all...
I mean, I saw it coming. I knew it was... You know it's going to happen. To a certain extent, I didn't want it to be like that, because I heard this really cool fan theory on the internet. I think it's like called Film Theory or Film Theorist. It's like a YouTube channel. He had this theory about a month ago where it was like all these main characters from Rogue One, they're going to end up surviving but being turned to the dark side, like maybe through Vader, like mind torture or something like that. And they're going to end up becoming the Knights of Ren.
Right, okay.
In episode 8, so that's going to be the big reveal, and they'll be kept like alive through the dark side of the Force rather than being like 70 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
But I was thinking maybe there's a reason this Rogue One spin-off film has happened between episode 7 and 8. It's actually going to be set up for the villains in episode 8, the Knights of Ren, like the group that you see in the flashback with Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
You know what I'm on about.
Yeah.
So I thought Rogue One was actually going to act as like a sort of like
stepping stone for
them. But not the case, because they all fucking died.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I like the fact they died, to be honest, because
I mean, it makes sense.
Keeps it contained.
Yeah.
Otherwise, these people would have been known throughout the original ones. So.
The only thing to escape are literally the plans. That's their legacy. The fact that the plans got to the place where it needed to. Yeah. I can see why it's not such a bad thing. Yeah. I thought the way it was all done was quite well. You know, you don't really get attached as such to each character, but I felt like all of their sort of ends were sort of well serviced. Yeah. No one sort of went and then it was like, oh, what the fuck happened to them? No one disappeared, but you saw it where everyone ended up. Yeah. I thought the friendship between the blind guy and the blind guy and his gunner man was quite sweet. Yeah. Some people are saying like maybe they were a couple. I don't know. Maybe they.
You don't need to read into it like that. Though,
producers of Star Wars have sort of said, you're going to get a gay character in a Star Wars film at some point. Maybe this was it. I don't know. Just a subtle thing. It's not their identity, but it's a part of them. You know, whatever. Yeah. But the Jin, Urso, and I forget his name now.
I can't remember his name.
The guy. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go into love story. It was more like
they were stepping on it, and I thought, don't kiss.
It was, don't kiss. But they just held hands, and I was like, it's fair enough. They're both about to die. Yeah. They've not fallen in love or anything, but they've got a mutual understanding that this is their last moments, and they're better off just sort of being at peace with each other and with it. Yeah, you know. People are really down on the Forrest Whitaker character. Just saying he's a bit over the top and a bit mental. I think if you've been through the Clone Wars and you're now part of this rebel faction, like 20 years later or whatever, be a bit crazy. I don't give a shit.
He was doing a bit of Lawrence Fishburne in Predators.
Oh yeah,
he was doing a bit of that, wasn't he?
He was a bit shell shocked.
I didn't think he was over the top, really. I just thought he reminded me of Mad Max. He reminded me of the guy with all the bad guy in Mad Max.
I mean, you could read it like he's more machine than man.
And he does say that, doesn't he?
And that's a big thing in Star Wars. Like Vader was more machine. There's that line in New Hope. He's more machine than man now, or something like that. It's like it's implied if you're more machine than man, then maybe you're leaning to more towards the dark side. His tactics were very sort of questionable, so you can sort of read into that. He's still got good intentions, like Anakin did, but it's all quite poetic. And on the surface, I think a lot of people have like not really thought about it and just written it off as like, no, that was dumb, that was stupid, this was hokey, whatever. But like, it all sort of makes sense to me.
Yeah, I think so.
You got any final comments before we finish this episode?
No. If you haven't seen it though, and you're a big fan of Star Wars, you owe yourself to see Rogue One.
And you know what? Like, CGI aside, there's a lot to love about it.
Yeah.
You know, and there's some CGI that you don't even realise is CGI in it.
Oh, I know what I was going to say.
Go on.
I don't know if you've read this or you know about this. You probably do.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were watching the X-Wing pilots, did you notice that some of them looked a little bit odd?
I didn't, but I thought to myself, I bet they reused old footage, and that's exactly what they did. Yeah.
I was like, why do they look? They stand out a little bit. Nothing major. I don't know because I was watching on IMAX screen if that made a difference, but
it was
a little bit weird. But it was the archival footage from New Hope, wasn't it?
There was a line that one of them said, and I swear it was the exact same taken line that they used in A New Hope.
Really?
And I was like, they've reused audio from A New Hope. And then I was watching it, I was like, I think they've reused footage from...
But it's unused footage.
It's unused footage, it is. But that's quite clever.
I thought it was a nice little thing, that. There's this nice little touch.
There's this... So I listened to Empire podcast, and they had Gareth Edwards on it, and he said he was walking around Skywalker Ranch, and he just saw these
and he found it, didn't he?
Yeah, he was like, what's that? And they were like, oh, it's unused stuff from A New Hope. And he's like, let's digitise this and use it in a film. But I read an article the other day that said he recently watched a 4K restoration of A New Hope, and it had just been finished. Next year is like the 40th anniversary or something. So they're saying maybe they're going to bring out the 4K versions of at least A New Hope, maybe even the whole trilogy.
Of the original.
Well, this is the question. Is it the special edition version, or is it the untouched 4K restoration? How cool would that be for the 40th anniversary to watch A New Hope exactly as it was 40 years ago?
And everyone
untouched.
wants that one. Everyone wants that one. They don't want the special editions anymore.
I'll buy it, and I don't even have a 4K TV or anything to watch it on. I'll just buy it as like archive. I'm don't know how long this is going to be available for. You know,
nice. I like the sound of that.
That's the rumor anyway, but I'm sure Disney hears people go on and on about getting them out there. They're going to
make money from it anyway.
It's going to happen
do it as much as they want, won't they?
It's going to happen. There's like these despecialised editions that are online. You can download them and then like print out the sleeves. And you heard about that?
No.
I'll tell you all about that later. Basically, this group of people, like fans, have gone and like repurposed different versions of the original trilogy and made every shot exactly how it was in the original version, untouched. So the point is, it like looks HD and nice, and you know, but they've made it themselves rather than. But anyway, I'll tell you about that another time. But Rogue One, to me, not as good as Force Awakens, but a great successor to Force Awakens.
Definitely.
Like,
if this is the trend that we're going now with Star Wars films, I think we're in for a good set of films.
And the biggest takeaway, I can't believe how dark they made this film, even though it is Disney, even though it's a Certificate 12. That alone, that bit of Vader, just like, can't believe they did it. They actually made Vader that intimidating.
Yeah.
You know, everything I wanted, basically. Yeah, I just wish there was some of the stuff that was in the trailers that are in the final
I'd like to know why they're not there. Why? Because they look like some big things in that trailer.
It's probably all these reshoots. All these trailers were probably cut before the reshooted footage had been edited in. Yeah. And they're like, oh no, actually this scene plays a bit differently now. Orson Krennic doesn't say this. He actually says this line. And you know, the TIE Fighter, we decided it would be better if Orson Krennic was the one that got in our way and all that sort of stuff. You know. But at the end of the day, if you didn't know about all that stuff and you just watched if you just watched Rogue One in isolation, it'd be fine for you because you wouldn't know about what it could have been. You know, it is what it is, and we're never going to get the version that's got all this other stuff spliced into it. So we might as well just be like, right, this is Rogue One, enjoy it or don't. Yeah, you know. But we did enjoy it.
We did.
I'm going to give a rating now and see if it changes after a second viewing. What say you?
9.
9.
Yeah, it's like a 4 out of 5 for sure.
I'm gonna give it. I don't know. I'm torn about this Tarkin business at the moment.
Just rate it.
It's never going to be a 10. It's not going to be a 10 for me.
No.
Because some of even the non-Tarkin stuff, like the Mon Calamari stuff, like the blue alien.
With the big horns.
No,
or the thing around his neck.
No, I'm talking about Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
There's like versions of him.
Right, yeah.
They look so fucking CGI. Like their necks were like wobbling and stuff, and it looked horrible. But I saw behind the scenes footage where it was people in costumes, so it's like, why do they even CGI over it? It's pointless.
Yeah.
So that's annoyed me. So that's taken a point away. Because they did all this practical stuff and they just went over it with CGI anyway, so fuck it. So that's a 9. And then because of Tarkin, it's an 8. And at the moment, I think it's probably an 8.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Fair. That's good.
But like I said, we're going to do a full episode. We're going to talk in depth about it in the new year.
On a second viewing, I think.
Yeah, after a second viewing. And do our definitive report on the film.
Yeah.
But anyway, this wraps up our episode. This is the last episode of 2016 for the Moviesaurus Rex Podcast.
We're still here, baby.
And we hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah, I do as well, I suppose. Have a good one.
Why not?
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the new year.
Maybe. Depends.
See if I can be bothered.
Might not make it.
Let's just give it up right now.
Might just fucking go all out on Christmas. No, New Year's. This might be the last time you see me.
What?
So cherish my voice.
And let's get this to at least 20 listens. Bye.
Cheers, guys. Bye.